Bangladesh. Country facts. Capital Dhaka, median age 22 and a half years old. 74% of people have access to improved water source. 45% of the people in the country live below the poverty line. Population is over 150 million. There are 59 deaths per 1,000 live births for the infant mortality rate. 39% of the country has access to improved sanitation, and only 43% of the country of adults can read. Bangladesh is located in South Asia on the Bay of Bengal between India and Myanmar. It is mostly flat, alluvial plain with hills in the southeast. Bangladesh became an independent nation in 1971 when it seceded from West Pakistan. Each year during the summer monsoon season, about one-third of Bangladesh floods. These floods often force people from their homes and hinder the economic development of the country. Preventable diseases, largely the result of poverty and overcrowding, remain highly prevalent and are the main killer of the 72 children out of 1,000 who die before their 5th birthday. Water crises in Bangladesh. Bangladesh has made commendable progress in supply of safe water to its people. However, gross disparity in coverage exists across the country. Latrine usage is very poor across the country, averaging only 16% in the rural areas. Diarrheal diseases constitute a major health problem in Bangladesh, killing over 100,000 children each year. Thousands of episodes of diarrhea occur in children and adults each day. Diarrheal diseases have close biological and socioeconomic links to the problems of malnutrition, poor maternal health, high fertility, and child survival. In the late 1970s, approximately 4 million wells were drilled to replace the traditional contaminated surface water sources. The projects made significant headway, and mortality due to water-related diseases had declined. However, in 1993, high arsenic concentrations were discovered in the groundwater of several wells in western Bangladesh. Long-term intake of high concentrations of arsenic from drinking water gives rise to a number of health problems, particularly skin disorders. Internal cancers have also been linked with arsenic in drinking water. Although the arsenic crisis on an individual level is concerning, the more acute impacts are seen on the community as a whole. In Bangladesh, many wells containing arsenic were closed without considering the possible immediate adverse effects of such interventions, particularly the increase of diarrheal illnesses. Once a well is painted red, signifying the water contains arsenic concentrations above the national standard, community members are no longer allowed to use it. However, when a well is closed, the community must seek other sources for drinking water, usually returning to the traditional unprotected water sources such as ponds or ditches, or walking to distant wells that do not contain arsenic. While reducing the effects of chronic arsenic exposure, such practices dramatically increase the risk of acute bacteriological contamination, leading to greater outbreaks of water-related diseases. These diseases especially affect children, who are much more vulnerable to diarrheal diseases. The resulting impact of this dilemma has been a spike in child mortality. Urban crisis. The size of the urban population is increasing at alarming rates. The poor people from the rural areas continue to migrate to urban areas in the hope of being able to earn larger wages to support their families. Many of these people find shelter in Dhaka's slum communities. These squatter communities are the most densely populated areas in the country. The enormous quantity of people living in such close quarters causes people living in these slums to have some of the worst health in the country. Most people in the slums live on less than $2 a day, and many live on less than $1 a day. Acute poverty, overcrowding, poor housing, and unhealthy disposal of waste all play major roles in the water and sanitation crisis in the urban areas of Bangladesh.